What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-host, John and John Luke. He was cutting it close today,
on time.
Though.
Always
What's
on
up,
time.
guys?
Never not on time.
100% of
as
the time
always.
on time to being like 3 minutes late. Guys, today we have a special guest joining us. He is the lead NFL analyst for Fantasy Alarm, the co-host of the Fantasy Alarm podcast, the Fantasy Football Besties podcast, and the Lightning Round podcast. What is up, my man, Coop, a.k.a. Coop A Fiasco?
What's up, my dude? And you also forgot to say budding flashlight enthusiast
Yes.
and potential future fountain pen enthusiast after talking to Simon about him. So
there we go. Me, you, and Scott are going to start a podcast. It's going to be about fountain pens, flashlights, and book bags. And that's what we're going to talk about.
The intersection of the three.
They're the perfect combination. Like,
I feel like
you have the bag to carry them. You have the flashlight for when it's nighttime.
Separate
and
compartments.
Anything.
Yep.
You know, you're good to go.
Yeah.
this whole
What do you
fantasy
need-
football stuff is just the launch pad for that. Like,
Yeah,
dude, that's been my plan all along.
Exactly.
Let's go. I love
Flashlight sommelier.
JL jumped in the chat trying to beat Scott at his own game, saying first, but Scott's
that
in
handsome
here
guy?
saying, JL, you can only be first if you have a heating pad wrapped around your neck. It's in the bylaws of first. You got to
did.
read them, JL. And because being in your 40s is a very different thing than your 20s and 30s, JL. You got to get to 40 before you can ever be first. It's just
I like the way you
rules.
write, Scott. I like the way you write.
Poetic.
Josh can't wait until
Poetic.
he's 40. And Joey in here confirming heating pads are wonderful. He
Oh,
started
I
a
love heating
relationship
pads.
with one last year after 3 surgeries in a 4-month span. I hope that relationship's going well, Joey. I hope they haven't burned you.
I'm happy for you.
Joey Wright's
If my
the
mom
man.
is in here, then she can talk heavily on heating pads. That's like
She
her
knows her
thing.
heating pads.
She
That's
knows her
collection.
heating pads. Yeah.
She'll join in on your guys' stream that you do with
If we
Scott
do-
Fish.
Yeah.
So heating pads. Heating pads.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
all right. I'll take the
Yeah.
heating pad side of this.
All right. Yeah.
No, we want your mom on the
Yeah,
stream.
no,
talking
Okay.
about
All
heating
right.
yeah,
pads.
That's
sorry.
cool. That's cool. I'll just do something else then.
Yeah.
Anthony's in here saying, I feel old just having to be a part of this conversation. Someone fetch him the TV guide. And then saying he's confident I don't even know what a TV guide was. I'm not that young, Anthony. I used to have to watch the TV guide channel. We would get
Yeah,
them in
and
the
then
mail.
you miss it. Yeah, look, Anthony already hit it on. You guys remember the first digital TV guides that scroll on the TV, and then you miss the channel because you'd get distracted and it just go, and you got to wait a whole nother cycle for it to go through the 100
They're
channels.
talking
Your
about
mom
like handheld TV guides, guys. Handheld. All right.
I know,
That's
I
different.
know.
It's a whole different ballgame. All right.
It is a different ball game.
And Scott used to collect TV guides. That's a cool
I
collection.
bet
So
those are
it's-
worth a lot.
So Scott's permanently first then. So if you-
Permanently
Of
first.
course.
And Joey, man, we're just diving into TV guides. This is now a TV guide show. He
Wait.
used to highlight a TV guide to plan out his week of TV movie watching. The
That's so
kids
funny.
these days with their streaming networks have it so easy.
Joey,
I think-
that explains so much about your Twitter personality. I
It
think.
really does.
Just,
So,
the memes
Scott
are
Fish-
nonstop.
Scott Fish basically built a TV guide for fantasy football shows, which is probably how he's watching this right now on his own site.
Hey,
So I
let's
feel like
go.
he
You're
definitely
right.
is the TV guide guy.
He was inspired by his early TV guide days. We got Corey in here. Shout out Corey. Welcome
Shout out,
in
Corey.
on brand. Glad to have you here.
Corey beat us this week in our fantasy in session.
No,
Yeah, whatever. We'll get him back.
No,
He
just
did, he
ignore
did.
it. If you ignore it, it didn't.
Oh,
happen.
he didn't. He didn't. You suck.
Yep.
I
Corey.
haven't looked at it yet, so
We got Kevin here saying bird up and Swamp saying who dat and
Who
Jay
dat?
Wall, my man, saying let's get it. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, we lost JL
Net going to
already.
beat them Saints.
Bro, you guys, I just have to say, you guys have the best chat, man. Like,
Oh yeah,
when,
absolutely.
the first time I tuned into this podcast, I got in the chat and I was just lost in it, dude. I mean, just now, I was looking down the chat, I was reading it, and I totally wasn't even listening to you guys. And
Yeah,
not
we-
to
I think
mention,
that's what most people do.
yeah, the only reason that I'm here today is to avenge my boy Grimace, who got absolutely railroaded when you guys did that.
Who beat him? The oven mitt?
the oven mitt? I couldn't
Oh
believe
my
that. Dude.
god! I
was like,
forgot
how is
you were
this
you were in there.
possible,
You're so
dude?
upset. I totally forgot.
Unbelievable. Mayor McCheese got taken down. I mean, dude, you guys.
Who won that? Do we?
Grimace
Oh,
lost in
Grimace.
finals.
Grimace
Grimace
won.
lost
I
in
think
Grimace
finals.
did win it.
did win.
Okay.
No,
No,
Grimace
oh.
didn't win.
Who-
I don't think
We'll have to go back. We'll check the tape. We'll check the tape on
Yeah.
this one.
Jay
Scott-
remembers. Jay remembers, dude. You guys did Grimace wrong, man. It was rough.
We
Yeah.
disrespected Grimace. Oh no, it was Chuck E. Cheese guy.
Oh yeah,
Chuck E. Cheese guy.
Grimace. Yeah, the mouse.
You're right.
Yeah.
The
mouse.
Chuck E. Cheese mouse did win.
That thing is
Yeah.
that
I
thing is
stand by
terrifying.
it.
Yeah,
I stand
same.
by it.
I have no
stand
qualms.
by it.
Nah, man.
Scott here saying people ask why I crash this show a lot. I mean, when you get paid $50 to $100 per show, why not? And we
That's
give them
true.
75 just to come in the comments. So I mean, it works out pretty well for us.
It's
And
working
Dan said
well.
you only get paid 100. Dan, don't tell people we're paying you more every time you come on. Come on. Before we get into the news, guys, in our game today, Swamp has a question for us. Start 2 running backs: Tyson Williams, Kenyon Drake, James Robinson, J.D. McKissick, and Mike Davis. Which 2 of those running backs are you guys starting in week 3?
So first of all, I think we gotta just mention that Josh Jacobs, if he's starting, it's definitely not Kenyon Drake. If Josh Jacobs is not in the game, then I think he's a very viable option. He's very questionable, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was concerned that Drake didn't really get extra carries though. I mean, Peyton Barber got him, so it's
you're right.
you know, I mean, he's still kind of a safer floor guy, but I don't know. I think I like James Robinson against the Cardinals. I know, you know, they got a decent front 7, but at least he's got the full role, you know. So I think out of those guys, I'm definitely starting James Robinson. Boy.
I'll finish it all for you. Tyson Williams with James Robinson.
Yes, Tyson Williams is a lock for me. And then between James Robinson and Mike Davis, they're back-to-back in my rankings. So I'm fine with either of them, honestly.
I'll go James Robinson and Tyson Williams. Those are the 2 names that stuck out to me. I know you love you some JD Swamp, and JD's going to have some more good games. It's just a little too unpredictable for me right now to throw him in your lineup. So you can take the glory play if you want, but I wouldn't chase last week's numbers with JD McKissick. NBA rigged in the chat. What up, beautiful folks of the FYF family? I'm digging the unicorn on there today, NBA. And Jordan back in the chat said 35 crew. I have disappointed, but I am back. So he's back to get some pole perception glory in the chat today. And we got Scott in here saying Coupe fiasco. What a day.
What a day. It's about time we got you on, Coop.
Jordan,
I've been now that I'm ever since I started watching, dude, and got that grimace fire lit underneath me, dude. I've been pounding the door. So thank you guys for
let me in.
Thank you guys for letting me in.
Sending Jay Morse code signals with his flashlight.
That's right, dude. He's writing me notes with his fountain pen. They get here in like 2 weeks. That's why it took so long.
Yeah.
He insisted we only correspond via handwritten letters in cursive. I had to relearn cursive. So.
And then he put the letter in the envelope too quick, so it was all smeared when it got to you. You had to rewrite it. It was a whole thing.
Exactly.
You guys tell me if this is embarrassing or not. In college, I signed up for a fountain pen pal on Reddit and would send letters back and forth with this person out in California where we had to write in fountain pens and show off like our penmanship and stuff. Might be the nerdiest thing.
Are you still in correspondence with this person?
I am not still in correspondence.
Who was the last one to send a text, essentially?
She was the last one to send a letter, and I graduated and then
not embarrassing. Not embarrassing at all.
Nope.
I feel bad. She was cool.
Did she have a nice fountain pen though?
Oh, the nicest fountain pen. The nicest fountain pen.
Did she have a nicer one than you?
Yes. Yep.
Nicer.
Did
you talk about fountain pens, or did you talk about other? Like, did it expand?
No, it would be about other stuff. She was a professional cellist and had a husband and 2 kids.
You are a cellist. You play cello.
See, we had so much in common, and I just let this fall through the cracks. Could have been a lifelong friend. My fountain pen pal. If you're watching this, I miss you. We got NBA said yo Kev. And Craig letting us know his rates are actually opposite. He pays us to come on the show. There's a couple people we reserve that special rate for. Craig, Jay Wall, whenever he comes on, and Jay actually pays us daily just to talk to us. So G-Man Jay, he's paying us on a daily basis. Yeah. Dan said Jay swindled you. Absolutely. And Corey said, I'm turning 30. Shout out Bo Burnham.
Hey.
Shout out Bo Burnham. Guys, before we get into the game today, I want to remind everyone watching to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. It means a ton to us, and it's the best way to make sure you never miss another one of these streams again. Before we get to our game, we are here every weekday, whether you like it or not. Josh, before we get into the game, I know you've got some news for us, so if you want to go ahead and jump through that.
I got some news. Yeah. Let's get right in there. You know, we got some. Oh, yeah.
It's a real condition, Scott.
It is a real condition. So the first piece of news that I just wanted to go over is Tyrod Taylor and Nico Collins. They were both placed on the IR, so they're going to miss at least 3 weeks. Nico Collins, not that much of an impact here, but Tyrod Taylor, Brandon Cooks is my main concern there. I hope he can still produce with Davis Mills. Do you think so, Andrew? Coop?
Oh, dude, I was reading the chat again.
No. Do you think Brandon Cooks can be viable going forward? I think still without Tyrod Taylor.
I think absolutely. I mean, if you saw the plays that he was making, it wasn't necessarily Tyrod Taylor placing the ball. I mean, go back and look at some of those plays. It was just the ball was up there and he was making the plays, which historically that's been what he's done. He's just been fast, a good route runner. He's pretty much all they have now. So
he's just a good NFL player. Yeah. He's just a good football player.
He might have a lot of empty targets, but I mean, it's not like you're going to fire him at Chris Conley. If they're both covered, you're going to fire him at Brandon Cooks. So
yeah,
I'm still interested.
Yeah, Brandon Cooks is just a good football player. Next piece of news here, we have Tua Tagovailoa has fractured ribs, will miss week 3, and I mean, fractured ribs they can hang around. When you're a quarterback, you're throwing the football. It's kind of hard to do when your ribs are broken, right? So I'm nervous about that. I'm nervous for the whole Dolphins offense, actually, a little bit.
I'll tell you right now, I played quarterback back in high school, and it's not just the fractures. Like, people talk about these rib bruises because that's just what they call them. But if that cartilage gets torn in there, you can't even sneeze without it hurting. You know what I mean? So it gets like some of these guys that have rib bruises, I'd be wary too, because I mean, fracture, you're done. You know what I mean? But with the cartilage, it can be pretty bad. So just something to think about if your guy gets a rib bruise, make sure, be wary of that first game back.
I'm sure it's like hindering their rotation, hindering like their entire flow or, their throwing motion. So it's absolutely going to affect their game. You can't not. Are you guys starting Waddle this week?
If I have to, I'm not excited to, but I'm willing to throw him in my flex if I believe it's my best option. I guess I would need something to compare it to, but he's a low end flex for me, probably.
I agree. I'm not going out of my way to put Waddle into any lineups, but if you got to start him, you got to start him.
Yeah. Russell Gage is week to week with an ankle injury. He wasn't really producing a ton anyway, but maybe this opens up more opportunities for Kyle Pitts. Antonio Brown was placed on the reserve COVID list. That's kind of concerning. I think he's probably going to miss this week, right, guys? I mean,
he's got to pass 2 COVID tests within 24 hours to be able to play this weekend. So we'll see if it was a close contact thing or if he actually has COVID in the coming days. So just be on the lookout for that.
I'm nervous about it starting Antonio Brown this week now. The rest of the weapons, if he doesn't play, fire him up. Justin Fields will start on Sunday. Thank God we're finally getting to see some Justin Fields. I'm excited to see this. T. Higgins, he's day to day. He has an injury, but it's not really being revealed exactly what's going on. But I think there's some calls for concern for his status. If he doesn't play, Jamar Chase, he's going to have a hell of a game, and so is Tyler Boyd, I think. Antonio Gibson was limited at practice with a shoulder injury, and Odell Beckham full go at practice today. Woo! Fire up your Odell Beckhams, baby. Jarvis Landry's out. He was put on the IR as well. So that was the last piece of news I had, guys. Let's get started.
So you're starting Odell Beckham if you got him?
If he is playing,
you gotta.
I'd start him over any of the Dolphins for sure.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. I've started him. I'm starting him. If I have him on my team and he is healthy this week without Jarvis Landry, he's their only receiving weapon really outside their running backs. And
Anthony Schwartz.
Donovan Peoples-Jones. Demetric Felton had a little bit of involvement in the last game. No, I agree with you. He's the only one you're starting, the only receiving option you're starting this week. Yeah. Maybe a DFS glory play with Donovan Peoples-Jones if you're feeling risky, or Anthony Schwartz, but in a normal redraft lineup, you don't want to put any of those guys in your lineup right now. The receivers going down for the Browns doesn't mean the targets are going to go elsewhere. It just means more work for Chubb and Hunt. They want to rely on the run anyways. So
let's go.
What's up, Sean? Welcome in. Sean letting us know that he got put on the injured reserve COVID-19 list.
Sorry to hear,
fully vaccinated. So, Sean, I'm hoping it doesn't get you down too bad, but keep us updated. Hopefully you're healing pretty well so far. We got Scott in here saying this chat, agreeing with you, Coop. This chat is greater than everything else over here. And Sean saying, on the plus side, I'll be able to catch the streams for the next 2 weeks while I can't go to work.
That's good news for us. Bad news for you. Good news for us.
Bad news for you. Good news for us.
And Sean said, also, Simon, Lamar came in clutch for you in our matchup. That was a close game. Good win, buddy. And absolutely, Jay and I were talking about that. With that game from Lamar, we won by like 3 points. It was just enough to push us over the edge. But Sean, that was a fun matchup. Jordan Now, here's someone who's too young to remember a TV guide. He was never taught cursive either. He got through the elementary school program after they taught cursive.
My school, you had to do cursive. That was like the only way you could write.
Absolutely. And Kyle has a question for us. Trade Singletary for Waddle and Dillon in PPR.
Yes. Oh, no. Trade Singletary, yes. Try to get someone other than Waddle and Dillon. Waddle and someone else.
I will say Singletary got the bulk of the snaps during the real game and during the game in general. He played almost 3 times as many snaps as Zach Moss. That game was just such a blowout dumpster fire that, there was no reason to play the starters towards the end, but it was a lot easier to make that call back when Zach Moss was a random healthy scratch. Did we ever find out why he was scratched?
No,
I don't think so.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Zach Moss did eat into Devin Singletary's workload this past weekend by double digits percentage. Yeah, so I would try and sell high on Singletary if you can. I don't think it's like panic mode or anything like that, but just if you can get, if you can capitalize on someone who's looking at that box score and seeing a big score, see if you can get some value back on it, because I think he will level out. He won't have games like this every week.
You know what? I remember that Moss actually did tweet out that his aunt passed away. So maybe
his personal thing
could have been related to that. I mean, they didn't say why, but I mean, that could be why. It's just, hard to speculate on something like that.
Yeah.
Definitely hard to speculate. Swamp in here letting us know happy first day of fall, guys. It doesn't feel like fall here.
Oh, it does here. It's super cloudy and
96 degrees outside.
It's rainy here. And like you go outside, it feels nice. It's like 69 degrees outside.
Good one, Josh. Flip those numbers. That's what we got down here.
I think it is actually 69 degrees.
Wait, Scott said, what's the record for amount of time reading chat message before playing a game? We got to be close. Keep it up, guys. We've actually gone an entire show and didn't play the game at all. I think it was like fantasy playoffs last year. We had so many start-sit questions that we just didn't even get to the game.
Let's just go at it.
Not to mention you skipped all the messages of support for our boy Grimace, dude. You guys are just trying to keep him
I didn't
down.
see those.
We are silencing the Grimace contingency. It's a concerted effort.
Craig, don't let him stop you. Jay,
the front yard
keep
media.
Up the fight.
Keep up the good fight.
You guys are being a bunch of regular Mayor McCheeses out here.
How dare you?
Bureaucratic.
Someone called the Burger King. Guys, that is a good reminder from Scott. It is time to get into this game. Keep throwing those messages in there. We're going to keep on showing them, but we got to get ready to play. I got to take down Coop while he's on this show. We can't just let him come on and not lose at a game. Josh, we're going to play some poll perception. Before I hand it off to you, I'm going to explain the rules. I was rewatching last week's episode and realized I never explained the rules to you, so I'm really proud of you for getting them right last time, Josh, even without the rules out loud.
Good job, Josh.
Without the rules, like I'm hosting, so I don't really need to know the rules too much. I guess the scoring I need to know, but
by the way, we're going to get to the rest of your questions throughout the game.
We will.
If you asked a question, we're not ignoring you.
We are not ignoring it. Jason, bunch of Mick assholes that we are, and we're about to play poll perception. How this game works is Josh found 7 polls before we started. He's going to propose one of them to one of the contestants. He may ask me, what percentage of people would prefer Saquon Barkley over DeAndre Hopkins? I will give the percentage of people that I think chose side A in that poll. Or the other 2 contestants, so JL and Coop, you guys would say whether you think the actual answer is over or under my guess. I'll get more points the closer I am to the actual number. You guys will get points for correctly predicting the over-under. And then after 6 rounds like that, we will go into the final round where we all guess a number. Whoever's closest gets 5 points. Unless they hit it right on the head, they'll get 10. And the person with the most points after 7 rounds wins the game.
Oh, yeah. I got some good polls for you guys. I know
ready
you
to
love
lose,
when I
Coop?
say that.
I'm really excited to lose. So, yeah.
Oh, you're excited. That's perfect.
Josh, Jordan wants you to purpose him. So if you could purpose him after the show.
Do you want me to propose to you or
no? He wants you to purpose him.
Okay, I'll purpose the hell out of you, bro.
Do I have to hang around for that?
Yes.
No. Well, you've got to.
You're
watch.
recording.
If you lose, if you don't win, you got to watch me.
Bring your flashlights. We're gonna need them.
Well, now I'm playing for keeps then.
So Coop, let me ask you real fast. We like to have our guests choose if they want to go first, second, or third. What do you want to do here? First, second, or third?
I guess in the to pay respect to Scott Fish, I won't go first because he's first. So I'll go. I don't have my heating pad or anything on me here, so I'll go second.
Okay, you'll go second. Where's Jo going? Is he going first or third?
I think I'll allow him to disrespect Scott Fish and go first.
Oh, I love
okay.
disrespecting Scott Fish.
Yes,
and then
yes,
the man with the sign with the man with the fountain pens will go third.
Did you spill your fountain pen all over your shirt, Simon?
No, I use exclusively a blue-gray ink, so it would look a lot
exclusively a blue-gray ink.
Yeah, it's right here.
Such
it's
an
called
elitist fountain pen.
It's called 54th Massachusetts. So that is the ink that I use.
Shout out to Massachusetts.
How's your plume, bro?
My plume? Oh, jail.
Oh, you got the best.
After the show.
Don't ask me about my plume.
After the show, please. All right, guys, we're getting into this. JL, you're going first. Oh, why is my news still up? We do not want that up, right? I mean, it is important to know that Odell Beckham is full go at practice today.
I thought Simon just put that back up because he was so excited.
Yeah, he really is. A Browns fan. He's a Browns fan down
here. That's I
know. So. Yeah. All right, guys. So we're getting into it. We're getting into the first poll perception question. JL, we are coming to you. I hope you're ready.
I hope it's easy.
Coming at you. It's super easy, right? Who do you prefer in a tight end premium 1.5 PPR dynasty league? Side A is George Kittle. Side B is TJ Hawkinson. What percentage of people do you think chose side A in this trade poll?
Is this Twitter?
Not trade poll. It is Twitter.
So it could be.
Damn, we were just talking about this. What was it, yesterday?
Yesterday on office hours, I think.
And I was still thinking about it this morning. I was walking Rosie this morning, and I was just like, dang, that is such a hard question.
I think someone came into the office hours and said, how do we feel about Kittle? And I was like, I mean, I love him still, but what about this? TJ Hawkins or George Kittle? So,
my God. So you already knew. You probably already had this poll ready.
I did not see this poll though until today.
I feel like people are going to be reactionary. TJ Hawkinson's targets are through the roof. Double digits in both week 1 and week 2. I'm going to go with 38%.
You're going to say 38% chose side A, George Kittle, in this trade.
Yep.
All right. Perfect. Coop, we're coming to you. JL said 38% of people chose George Kittle in this trade. Do you think the actual percentage is over or under 38%?
Okay. It's interesting. So this is a Twitter poll. It's like, these polls depend where your audience is because the dynasty people are so obsessed with age. And you know what I mean? And
yeah.
It's so.
Oh my God. I didn't even read that it was dynasty. I'm an idiot.
It is a dynasty league.
It's that. Well, the thing is, dynasty, like everyone in the chat saying like 50, but I think in dynasty people do lean towards Hawkinson. So I kind of like where you're at. I'm gonna say so. If I say over, I think more than 30.
More people.
Yep. More people chose George Kittle. Yeah.
Okay. You went on the side of Hawk. I think you might have gone too low. So I'm gonna go over.
You're going to say that more people chose George Kittle in this trade poll.
I think more people chose George Kittle than Hawkinson in this trade poll than 38.
Perfect. Simon, we're coming to you. Do you think the actual percentage is over or under?
I'm going to take the over as well. I think there was so much talk about the big 3 tight ends. Like that was all the talk, the big three. Even with Kyle Pitts, we still talked about the big 3 and people claiming he deserved to be a part of that were the ones making a statement. I think that's going to hold enough weight to keep Kittle's value high enough that
I was about to switch
to Hawk yet.
I was about to put Swamp Nola's thing. How many votes was this on Twitter?
Yes, JL, it was on Twitter.
Well. And the votes, it had 501 votes.
That's a lot of votes.
Well, we like to try to stay above 400 here. Would you like to try?
I'm taking the over.
All right. Well, Simon's also going over. So JL went with 38%. Simon saying over. Coop saying over. We got some great guesses here in the chat. Anthony coming in saying 50%. That's my final answer. Swamp saying 48%. Craig saying 40%. Albert saying 41%. Scott saying 58%. Jay Wall agreeing, saying 58%. Sean saying 63%. Jay saying 43%. Scott Fish, very similar, saying 42%. Jordan saying 58% because Jay Wall said it. And when you say something, it's something else. I can't even read that right now. It's too, yeah, exactly. And then Dan coming in. This is Twitter. They didn't 17% A.
And Anthony's right. I was answering from a redraft perspective. I probably would have gone a little higher, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, guys,
let it roll.
Guys, who do you prefer in a tight end premium league, dynasty league? Side A is George Kittle. Side B is TJ Hawkinson. Well, the actual percentage of people that chose side A, George Kittle, in this poll was 29%. 29% of people chose George Kittle in this poll. TJ Hawkinson destroyed this poll, actually.
You can never underestimate the overreactions of Twitter.
Exactly. Nailed it.
Like that's quite a bit. But I mean, Hawk is younger, so
That's a really good point. Hawk is young, and the recency bias, right? Like he's getting all these targets. Maybe some people think George Kittle's washed.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that Lions game, the score was 41-17 with 6 minutes left, and the 49ers had the ball. Like, that game was over. There was no reason for Kittle didn't even have to do anything. They were scoring so fast. I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about, that a performance like that, or even the one this week. I think Kittle's going to be fine for redraft. But in Dynasty, do what you got to do.
Yeah. Kittle will bounce back. Don't panic trade him if you have him, please.
He ran more routes than any other player on the team, more than Debo. I know we're
so good
not
at
supposed
running.
to be doing stats, and we're just supposed to be getting
so good. He's just a great player, like when it comes down to it. So he's going to bounce back. TJ Hawkinson, though, let me ask you, Coop, let's come to you. We're going to put you in the spot. Let's take it away from Dynasty real fast. Let's go to redraft. All right. Who would you rather have, Kittle or TJ Hawkinson? We're putting you on the spot. We answered this question yesterday. Yeah, and it's close.
I think I would rather have Kittle. And, it's like I talked about the game script there. The game script this week, which, the Eagles also shut down Kyle Pitts, man. And I think that defense, sometimes they're a defense that just have a knack for kind of limiting tight ends to a certain degree. I know the Cardinals have been pretty good against Kittle in general with guys like Isaiah Simmons. They had Devondre Campbell, but this is a guy who he leads the team in routes run. You know what I mean? Debo is like, he's blown the doors off the yards per target, you know what I mean? Like a target, the route yards per route run, all those numbers. Like he's way up ahead of Rondell Moore.
Super efficient.
I just don't think that's going to continue. I think they're going to need to use the guy. And on the flip side, the Lions ran 92 snaps week 1 because they, recovered on a kick and they got a fumble. It's like they ran 92 snaps week 1. The Saints ran 44 this week. It was like 2 football games. You know what I mean? So I think Hawkinson's going to be good, but the game scripts, they're going to be bad at certain points. You know what I mean? Like when you're a team that's that bad, they haven't really been competitive. I worry a little bit about it. So give me Kittle. I moved Hawkinson up to 4 though, so I got him right there.
Oh yeah.
Scott Fish is in Facebook. They would say 245 yards, 7%. That's accurate. That's accurate.
All right. So after one round, the score is JL with 3 points because he was within 10 percentage points. Actually, Coop, unfortunately, both Coop and Simon
knew it all along.
Incorrectly predicted the over/under. JL was over here
saying, waver for a second.
I wish I waver for a second.
Do it from the start.
But great job, JL, with your original gut instinct, and maybe you should use your gut instinct more. I don't know. That's just me.
Before we move on to our next poll, let's hit a couple of these questions that have come in so far. Yes. Scott wants to know Cooks or Corey Davis in Zach Wilson's first trip to Mile High. So are you starting Brandon Cooks with Davis Mills throwing the ball this week or Corey Davis in Denver?
It's Cooks for me. I'm worried Zach Wilson's going to be able to really get this offense moving this week. He looked good last week, and Denver's defense is stout. So I'll take my luck with Cooks and Davis Mills.
I'm taking Cooks, but it's not because of a doubt in Corey Davis. Like I have more faith in a better Zach Wilson game this week than I think you do, JL. I really think that was a Patriots special written up for Zach Wilson, and he's going to have much better weeks ahead. And I think Corey Davis is a fine start this week, but I'm still going Cooks. He's the only show in town. It doesn't matter who's throwing him the ball, like Coop said. He's going to get the ball thrown to him 100 times this game. It's Brandon Cooks for me.
Right. And you talk about the only show in town, Corey Davis. It's been Corey Davis and Elijah Moore with like Braxton Berrios in the slot. But I mean, people forget that Jamison Crowder is a professional. You know what I mean? They extended him. He's going to be back this weekend. Target things could be a little more thinly spread out than you might like. So I'm going Brandon Cooks as well.
Cooks for me. You guys
also, I just love this comment from Jordan saying the thing he missed the most was Josh's hand movements. Josh's hand movements were the things that he missed the most.
Hey.
We got Uday back. What's up, man? If you guys could rate my team and give me some trade suggestions, quarterback Josh Allen, running back Derrick Henry, Antonio Gibson, wide receivers Godwin, A.J. Brown, Thielen, Galladay, Marvin Jones, tight end Gronk. That's a damn good team, my man.
I love the team. Yeah.
This is a 4-man league, right? I'm joking. This is a really good team.
I mean, I guess you could try to upgrade a wide receiver, but your wide receivers are great too. Like,
maybe trade. Maybe I think he's looking for a running back, like a third running back, maybe. Because I mean, like he's got $1 million. I mean, like
it's hard to know without knowing what your bench looks like.
Bench,
but I would probably Yeah, maybe try and upgrade on Gronk. Maybe see if you can go get Hawkins in. It might be tough right now, but
keep Gronk.
Maybe don't
like
trade.
your team.
Maybe don't trade anyone and just win your league.
Just win your league.
Like,
yeah.
Like that
it
team
would
is
be nice
awesome.
to know how many teams are in this league. Then I think we could give a little bit better information just because like if this is a 12-man league, just stay put. You're good, man. Like you're good to go. Yeah, maybe if you really want to make a trade, maybe package like I don't even know. Like, no, you're good. I think you're good.
Nothing obvious.
Yeah, nothing obvious.
And then one more question, then we'll go to our next poll. There's some more in here we'll get to after this one. Start Justin Fields at Cleveland or Tannehill versus Indy this week?
I'm sticking with Tanny. Justin Fields didn't look all that great, even though he's going to run the ball, which is going to raise his floor. Even though his rushing, he had like 10 carries for like 30 yards last week, which isn't great. And Cleveland has a very good defense. Hasn't looked great, but I expect him to play better. I'm going with Tannehill. I'm going to stick with Tannehill.
Yeah, I'm going Tannehill too, but it's close. I think Justin Fields rushing really does give him that nice floor. But yeah, Cleveland is going to be tough. So if you have the choice between the two, I'm going to go Tannehill and just see how Justin Fields does this week.
Yeah, you have all year to start Justin Fields. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he didn't look amazing when he came in last week, but I mean, I guess he wasn't preparing all week. But what do you throw for like 60 yards?
Yeah.
So
Tannehill's at home too.
Tannehill is at home. That is a good point, Josh. Okay, you ready for our next poll?
I am super ready. JL has the lead right now. Guys, don't let JL win. Or Coop.
Let me win.
I don't really
Please,
want Simon to win either, but like definitely don't let JL win.
But then,
I'll mess around, Coop.
But then Simon would win.
Yeah.
I know.
And we can't have
Coop,
that.
Can you just win, please?
I'll try. I'll do my best.
All right. Thank you. All right. Coop, this is your question. Who do you want in a half PPR dynasty league? Side A is Najee Harris. Side B is Saquon Barkley. What percentage of people chose side A, Najee Harris, in this trade poll?
Okay, so
sounds fun.
Now we know you have to factor in the overreaction. This poll was, I'm assuming, asked within the last couple days.
These are all within the last 3 days.
Okay. Got to factor in the overreaction of Twitter. I still think that people are going to want Saquon more. So I think I'm going to be on the positive Saquon side.
There were 641 votes in case Swamp wanted to know. I know he was very adamant about that. And it was also on Twitter.
Swamp.
I'm just on Twitter. If anyone hasn't noticed, I'm just stalling right now until Scott.
Yeah, I do this all the time.
No, I'm going out there. I already figured mine out. I'm going 62% in favor of Saquon. 62.
So what we're guessing side A here. If I'm not very good at math, I'm not a math guy. 38%. You're saying?
Yep, 38%.
Good job.
38%.
Nailed it, Josh. Josh, that was so good. You did that math so well.
I appreciate you doing it. I was just uncapping my fountain pen so I could write it out and do the math. But I would have loaded up with ink and stuff. It would have taken forever.
And I did the math, but the shadow from my computer is making it hard to see, and I couldn't find my flashlight, so I couldn't highlight what I had written down. That's why we got to get together for these. I know.
Yes. Share a heating pad, and then you'll hold the fountain pen, and Simon will come behind you and guide your hand as you write.
Yep, this way.
Just like he used to do with his pen pal.
There we go.
All right. So Coop, he's locking in 38%. He's saying Najee Harris got 38% of the votes here. Simon, we're coming to you. Do you think the actual percentage of votes on Najee Harris side A here is over or under 38%?
I hate polls with Saquon Barkley in them. I hate every single one of them. I don't know what I want to do with Saquon Barkley. And I especially don't know what other people want to do with Saquon Barkley on their fantasy teams. You said what number?
38%.
38. You and JL, the 38 crew.
You guys both guessed 38.
Well, I guess technically I reverse engineered my way into 38.
Yeah, you didn't realize you were going to
I guessed first, though. You subliminally copy me.
It worked out pretty well
but
for
I hadn't done the math.
JL. So
I don't think that's what subliminally means.
I'll take the under.
You'll say that less people chose the Najee Harris side of this.
I think Najee's start to the season, had it been better, like had he come out and had a superstar game, that this would be heavily on the Najee side because of the doubts about Saquon. But because he hasn't come out and just absolutely blown the roof off the joint, had a disappointing week one, I think it's still going to be on the Saquon side. So I'll take the under here.
Fair enough. JL, we're coming to you. Do you think the actual percentage is over or under? Do you agree with Simon here?
Gosh, you almost convinced me, Simon. I'm still going to take the over. because even though he didn't blow the roof off the joint, to use Simon's terminology, he had a pretty big game last week. Let's see, 19.
He had a pretty big stiff arm, that's for sure. That stiff arm was nasty.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like that alone might push this over.
That's how Twitter. That's how Twitter works. Right?
Like, honestly,
if you didn't have that stiff arm, would it be 10% in the poll?
Instant,
for,
every stiff arm adds 10%.
And every
AJ Green's back too. Yeah.
Did anyone see Lamar Jackson's stiff arm? Like he kind of like. It was kind of shitty what he did. Like it was like the guy was like about to just push him out of bounds. He was like, no.
He put the baby powder on his hand, and he
was
like, what did the five fingers say to the face?
God, can you imagine that? Because there's no way you're catching Lamar if he does that. It's not like you're going to get him back. He's just going to giggle and run away, and you're never catching him again.
Can't touch that guy.
Can't touch him.
You are locking in.
I'm going to go over. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey guys, great guesses in the chat. Always great guesses in the chat. Brad coming in saying 76%. Jay Walt, but he has a question mark on it. Jay Walt saying 71%. Albert saying 35%. 50%. Final answer from Anthony. Marty saying 62%. Jay is saying 57%. Jay number 2 is saying 65%.
Yeesh.
Swamp is saying 41%. And Cole is saying 38%. Well,
by the way, Brad, we're going to get to your question next.
We are.
Next on the list.
Absolutely.
I have my mouse over it.
That Cole guy sounds like a sharp fellow.
Sharp fellow.
Who do you guys want to have PPR Dynasty League? Side A is Najee Harris. Side B is Saquon Barkley. Well, the actual percentage that chose Side A, Najee Harris, in this trade poll was 52%. 52%. Coop, I got some good news. I got some bad news. You didn't get as many points as you could have possibly gotten, but you do get a point because you're within 15 percentage points of your guess. So great job, Simon. Unfortunately, you're still at 0 here. You did not predict the over-under correctly, and JL did, which would give him 2 points and give him the lead here, guys.
I got to get my game.
I already had the lead, but
in your leagues, go out if you're
maintain
now,
the lead.
Trade Najee Harris for Saquon Barkley and win your league this year. You know?
Oh my God! Simon said, "I don't know what I'm doing with," or he doesn't know what he's doing with Saquon Barkley. I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get him.
That's the snap limit is pretty much over, right? I mean, he played like 90% of the snaps, 80 something. So
it's gonna pop off.
Brad has a question for us. He says, "What's up, guys? What running backs are worth Tyreek Hill in half PPR? So if you were trading Tyreek Hill and trying to get a running back, what tier of running back would you be trying to target with Tyreek Hill?"
And this is redraft.
Top tier.
I'm guessing so. I'm assuming redraft.
Yeah, if it's not redraft, say it in the comments, Brad. But we'll answer for redraft.
So I'm gonna assume you can't get Christian McCaffrey, but if you can get anyone like Dalvin Cook,
even with the injury,
even willing to do. Yeah. I'm not super nervous about. Maybe he misses a week, maybe. But I'm willing to trade Tyreek Hill for Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara,
Nick Chubb.
That's the line, I think. Honestly, I thought there was going to be more running backs.
No way you're getting Derrick Henry after this week, but
I don't think you're getting Dalvin Cook or Alvin Kamara either. Just so we're clear. I don't think you're getting those.
Aaron
guys.
Jones.
Is there any way I could get him? Is there any way I could get week 1 Joe Mixon, but not week 2 Joe Mixon?
yeah, we can separate it.
Just exclusive.
We'll substitute.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I would do that then.
I agree with you, Josh, that Tyreek Hill's worth those guys, but I truly don't think you're going to be able to get a single one of those in a 1-for-1 trade with Tyreek Hill. I just don't think it's happening with the way running backs are valued. I think you're going to have to go down a little bit of a tier, like if you want to make that trade. And that's not saying it won't make sense for your team, but I think like a Nick Chubb is probably the first guy you could realistically target.
What about like Jonathan Taylor?
I wouldn't do that.
I would honestly, all joking aside, I would think very seriously about Joe Mixon. I mean,
Joe Mixon would be good.
I love
20 carries, which is that's top 5 in the past week. Top 5 in carries, which is what you're looking for with running backs. I would hold Tyreek for another week or two. Wait until he doesn't have put up like a 4-point week to try and trade him, because it gives you a little bit less leverage whenever you're negotiating. And maybe try and target one of these running backs who, maybe one of them has a bad week in week 3.
I have the solution, guys. Here's what you do, Brad. You start with the Christian McCaffrey owner and you send a 1-for-1 trade, Tyreek Hill for Christian McCaffrey. Rank your top 10 running backs and just start going down the list one by one and sending these offers out.
Willing to trade Tyreek Hill for any top 10 running back pretty much?
I'm not saying that for sure. I'm saying if
depending on the one.
If it depends on your team. Know what I mean? Like it truly depends on your team. If you're good at running back, I'm not looking to upgrade for no reason. Tyreek Hill's a stud, but
I think it's a good point to wait after this week though, because isn't the over under this week is like 55 or something crazy. It's like it's the biggest one I've seen in a while, right? So it's like, and it's it's them and the Chargers. It should be a big week for him. So the price is only going up, and you get to see an extra week to see if you get what week 3 Joe Mixon looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Week 3 Joe Mixon's gonna be good. Even though I think they're playing the Steelers, I'm still in on Joe Mixon.
On this trade, Dan, I'm on the CEH Devonta Smith
absolutely,
side. Very, very much so.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yep, agree.
Tyler Boyd's the odd man out in 3 wide receiver sets from what we're seeing. It seems like they want to use Chase and Higgins. So the Boyd ceiling is a little bit capped.
Exactly. Devonta Smith way over Tyler Boyd, and CEH is like similar to Miles Sanders.
And real quick, before we get to our next poll, Sean has a trade that he got proposed. Sterling Shepard, and he sends Javonte Williams.
No.
Keep Javonte Williams. The upside's through the roof, and we're already seeing it play out on the field a bit. So I'm holding on to Javonte Williams. Anyone disagree?
How often do you see a rookie go even carries, even snaps, even carries, basically?
No.
And plus, I know people don't like him as much as I do, but Evan Engram is back practicing. He's first in tight end drills today.
Yes.
So Sterling Shepard, his reign of terror might be
because they play in the same. Him and Evan Engram play in the same part of the field, so they're both like going to get those like dump off targets a little bit more. And Saquon's going to get more and more involved in the offense as well. So Sterling Shepard's going to get less targets going forward. He's still going to be good, but hold on to Devontae there, no doubt.
Great questions. And if you have I see a bunch of questions here in the chat. Just a friendly reminder, we do fantasy football office hours Tuesdays and Thursdays right after this stream. So tune in there if we don't happen to get to your question today. Absolutely. We'll answer any of your questions.
All right, Simon.
Grimace-related questions.
Well, we might answer those.
No, we will not answer.
And if you have Grimace-related questions or you have any grievances to file against these 3 people, please reach out to me at Coupe Fiasco on Twitter, and we've got
follow him and then DM him.
That Chuck E. Cheese mouse is terrifying, bro.
Pending
lawsuit,
class action.
All right.
Yeah, class action suit. We can get you involved in the class action suit. I've already heard from Jay and Craig. We're going to put a stop to this, guys.
They're going to sue us for all we're worth.
With the next question. Shut up, JL. Shut up. I'm joking. I love you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I had to put this one up here. Scott said, plus playing in the same part of the field, Shepard and Ingram are bound to run into each other a bunch, fall over and stuff. So, yeah, that's probably pretty bad for both of them. Temper your expectations. Yeah, it's going to be real hard to see.
Plus, Ingram, Sterling Shepard should be able to get some extra looks that are glancing off Evan Ingram's hands, right? Like tip drill balls over the middle.
I love you guys. I love you guys. All right, we're getting into the next question. Simon, this one's for you.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm ready.
You ready? All right. What do you prefer? Who do you prefer in a PPR dynasty league? Side A is CEH and side B is J.K. Dobbins. Simon, good luck with this one.
I actually feel pretty good about this one. I'm not having like a visceral reaction to it like I did some of the other polls. I think the answer is J.K. Dobbins, even with CEH being healthy this year in a dynasty league. I think CEH's role has become pretty clear so far, and it's clear that they don't need him on this offense. Like the upside is not what people thought it was when he came in. This year we were hoping for a bounce back. I don't see it happening. But I do think it's going to be close because of the injury. So I will go 49% CEH, just below half. And if they were both healthy, I would say probably 20% lower, 15% lower.
So you're going to say 49% of people chose the CEH side of this trade, correct?
Yep.
Perfect. JL, we are coming to you. Simon said 49% of people choose CEH over J.K. Dobbins. What do you think? Over or under 49% on the CEH side?
I really thought you'd go lower with all those words you were saying.
With all the words.
Oh, you're muted, Coop.
So I was just saying, I feel so strongly about this. 1%.
Yeah, 1% difference.
I didn't say I felt confident about it. I felt confident about where it was going to lie, not necessarily strongly.
I don't know that we know where CEH's role is. I mean, both the first 2 games for the Kansas City the game script was not in CEH's favor, and he's getting he had 14 attempts and 13 attempts in week 2, which is pretty decent. I'm gonna go over here.
We've got 2 games this year. Over? But we've got 16 games from last year. as well.
That's true. That's true.
It's not a new
people
thing.
want to believe. People want to believe in magic.
Was like he was like the 20th overall running back last year.
I'll tell you where I'm going with this one. And
tell me, please do.
So I know what I do on Twitter, which is what I will search for the names of my players and see what the hell is going on. And I honestly think there's more CEH owners searching for CEH info right now and saying, "Oh, I got to prop my boy up in Dynasty." I don't think there's a lot of people out there being like, "Hey, what do you think J.K. Dobbins is watching on TV this week?" So I'm going to go ahead and say that Twitter
reruns.
Twitter likes CEH better. Not that I do, but I think that's what Twitter likes better here. So give me the over on side A.
So Coop is also locking in the over, agreeing with JL. Simon saying 49% on the CEH side. All right, guys. Well, we got some solid guesses in the chat here, as always. Swamp Nola coming in with 39%, Jay Wall saying 72%, Anthony saying 55%, Albert saying 46%, and Craig coming in saying 44% on the CEH side.
Split.
CEH side beats J.K. Dobbins. The actual percentage that chose side A, CEH in this trade was 33%, guys. Only 33%.
I get no points, but really neither do you.
Yeah, I was about to say. So I was looking really happy there, but no one got points this round. I'm sorry to do this to you guys. It kind of sucks because, CH is playing right now. J.K. Dobbins is out for the rest of the year. So it's a dynasty league, so I get it, but crazy. I would assume this is going to be a lot closer than 49%. I agree with you guys. I'm sorry I had to do it to you.
And this proves that you're better off just being, if you're slow, just don't even do the combine at all. Because it's like, if you mess it up, everyone sees it. But if you're just not even playing, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Jeez. So I don't know. I feel like, it's so hard to answer those questions in a hypothetical when you don't know if you're competing or what, obviously.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, tough. But.
So Jay guessed 35%. He was really close. Jay must be pretty out on CH himself. I heard you real fast, Anthony. And I want to get to a next question, but I heard you say you're like, I don't necessarily believe this. But you do prefer to have CH on your dynasty team over JK? Yeah.
Oh, so I personally in all my dynasty leagues right now, except for one, I'm competing to win. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I could use CH. Like in the vast majority of them, they're deeper leagues, and I would have them. But I guess I do have a team I actually took over from Lisa Ann in a Sirius XM league. Yeah, and
it's a rebuild though.
She didn't. Yeah, she wasn't paying attention at all for like a full year and a half. So that one's a full rebuild, and then that one I actually would like J.K. Dobbins because I understand. Gotcha. It's like I'm trying to come in last, but I get where people are coming from. But that's why Dynasty's so hard. It's like you got to know yourself and your own situation. Exactly. So
all right. Oh, sorry about that. No, I completely agree. I have J.K. Dobbins in a couple leagues. I might send some offers because I'm competing in those leagues still. But let's get to the next question, guys. We only have 10 minutes left in the show.
Speed through it. We're gonna speed round.
It's a speed round. And JL is still winning 5 points to Coop's 1 to Simon 0.
33%. Oops.
JL, we're coming to you first with this next question. Are you ready? I don't care. Here it comes. Oops.
I know that one.
Well, I bet you don't remember though. I bet you don't remember.
You would bet correctly.
Who is a better running back? Not for fantasy football, just an NFL running back. Who is better? Side A is Ezekiel Elliott. Side B is Tony Pollard. What percentage of people chose side A in this trade? JL. And it was on Twitter. It had 1,329 votes.
57%.
You're gonna just go with 57%. You're just feeling good about it. You're going off the cuff.
Yeah.
All right. JL is saying 57% of people chose Ezekiel Elliott in this poll. Coop, what do you think? You think over or under 57?
Yeah, we're doing the speed round. I'm going to honestly, even though I think Zeke's better, I'm going to say under. There's so many Tony Pollard people out there going eye test. So I'm going to say that it's under, more people for Pollard.
And I'm going to go over and say that the reverse crowd that wants to fight the people that say Pollard is the better running back are even louder than the Pollard's the better running back crowd. I'm included in there as well, Coop. So I'll take the over.
Yeah,
JL, you said a nice line. You said a nice line. J Wall coming in with 79%. Swamp Nola coming in with 56%. Albert saying 60%. Jordan saying 69%, Craig saying 55%, Anthony saying 43%, and Marty saying 65%.
Marty, what up, Marty?
Well, who's a better running back? Not for fantasy football. Just as an NFL
football.
running back, who is better? The actual percentage of people that chose side A, Ezekiel Elliott, in this trade poll was 54%.
Wow. I thought 54. But I moved it up.
4%. So just give a little scoring breakdown here. JL was within 5 percentage points, which will give him 5 points. He is now at 10 total points. Coop, you correctly predicted the over-under, which will give you 2 points, but you have 3. And Simon, I'm sorry, you're still sitting at 0 there.
Yikes, this is not going well. This is not my game today.
This is me on Fantasy Fortune.
Craig, so Jay Felicio nailed the last one, and Craig nailed this one. I mean, as Team Grimace, I should get those points. I feel like, should I not?
Yeah, they're on a separate Grimace. They're on a different scoreboard that we definitely keep track of. So don't worry, we've got those points tallied somewhere else. So
we do that after. We do that after once you purpose. What's his face here?
After you purpose.
After I purpose Jordan. After
you purpose Jordan. Okay, we'll take care of that then.
All right. So Coop, we're going to keep it moving, and we are moving on to the next one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. All right. Who would you rather have in a 12-man PPR league? Side A is Deontay Johnson and Darren Waller. Side B is CeeDee Lamb and TJ Hawkinson. What percentage of people chose side A, Deontay Johnson and Darren Waller, over CeeDee Lamb and TJ Hawkinson?
Wow. I mean, given the Twitterverse and their love of CeeDee Lamb, I know I got to pick side B. I feel like people are kind of off Deontay Johnson a little, but maybe I'm wrong there. I'm going to go for side A. I'm going to say only 34% of people pick side A.
You were going to say 34% of people chose Deontay Johnson and Darren Waller in this poll. Perfect. Simon, we're coming to you. What do you think? Do you think the actual percentage of people that chose side A in this poll is over or under 34%?
I think Darren Waller might have enough pull to bring a couple more people over to the side A side. So I'm going to say over, but I think you're on the right side of this one. I think B is going to win, but I'll just say slightly more people chose the Waller side.
All right, Simon's going with the over. JL, we're coming to you. Do you agree with Simon? Are you picking the over of 34%, or are you going with the under?
I'm taking the over too. Deontay Johnson and CeeDee Lamb aren't very far apart in total points in the season so far. And I think people saw that Waller game in week 1 and they're loving that. So I'm going to go over as well.
All right. So both JL and Simon took the over of 34%. Coop went with 34%. Got some great guesses, as always, in the chat. Anthony saying 24%. Craig saying 40%. Marty saying 35%. Albert saying 28%. Jay Wall saying 21%. Jay Fuse 2 saying 40%. And Swamp Nola coming in with 38%. Well, guys, the actual percentage of people that chose side A in this trade poll, who would you rather have in a 12-man PPR league? 37%. Everyone got points. Got points.
You're welcome, everyone.
What was the guess?
Woo! 34 was the guess.
34%.
I thought it was 38 again because I saw Swamps and I was like, oh no, he just narrowly edged us out.
If you just guess 38 for everything today, then
it'll eventually
you're a winner.
It'll eventually work.
Tim said I need to
good line, really good line, Coop.
With a queen bee call. I missed my opportunity for a queen bee call, but maybe next time.
It's the CeeDee Lamb people, dude. Those people I feel like are ferocious with the clicking.
That's true.
On Twitter polls.
I couldn't agree more, honestly. All right, guys. You want to keep it moving? You want to
keep it moving?
Let's keep going.
Let's not. All right. Simon, this is your next one. 14-team PPR Superflex Dynasty League. I don't know why Superflex matters, but it's in there. Side A is Saquon Barkley. Side B is A-Rob and T. Higgins. What percentage of people chose side A, Saquon Barkley? I know you don't love your Saquon Barkley question, Simon, but guess what? You got this one.
No, it's not that I don't love them. I said earlier, I hate polls with Saquon Barkley in them.
I know. I get it.
Okay.
Well, you got stuck with this one because unfortunately Coop put you at third, and these were already locked in.
I feel like Scott Fish was the one that made that happen. So,
oh yeah, thank you, Scott. Thank you for giving Simon pain. We love it.
Man, I truly have. I'm having a very hard time with this. I'm having a hard time deciding like which side I would even want to be on in a 14-team league. How many votes, Josh?
439. So one of the lower ones today.
One of the lower ones. I'm going to go with 41% on the Saquon Barkley side.
Simon, you were going to lock in 41% on the Saquon Barkley side. JL, we're coming to you now. Do you think the actual percentage of people that chose Saquon Barkley side A in this poll is over or under 41%?
I'm gonna go.
Remember, there are 2 dynasty wide receiver ones on the side B side.
I'm going over.
JL is going with over 41%, and we're going to come to you, Coop. What do you think? You agree with JL?
Yeah, no, I do agree with JL. I'm going over. The thing is, I need to kind of go under to beat him. That's some gamesmanship, but
I got to go win in the final round. No, you can win in the final round. You get 5 points, and he won't. Yeah. So by going over, you guarantee you won't be down by more than 4 going into the final.
So that's round. The real gamesmanship.
That's the real gamesmanship.
Okay.
Stop well, I giving him advice.
I wanted to pick A anyway, and we all want JL to lose. So I'm gonna
change my answer.
I'm gonna go with over.
All right. So Simon
want
41%. Both JL and Coop said over 41%. Got some guesses in the chat. Marty coming in with 28%. Jay saying 21%. Jay Fuse saying 47%. Albert saying 48%. Jay Wall saying 53%. Swamp saying 43%. And Anthony saying 52%. All within that range that you guys kind of gave. Well, 14-team PPR Superflex Dynasty League. Doesn't matter. It's Superflex. Doesn't matter. But what percentage of people chose Saquon Barkley over A-Rob and T. Higgins? Well, the actual percentage is 40%.
Oh, I was so close to the comeback right there at the end.
0. So, guys, unfortunately, Simon just had put way too good of a number on it. He is within 5.
Should have let me change my answer.
Make him part of this game. He can win. Well, he can tie JL.
Whatever.
Don't call it a comeback, baby. And Cole, we are running a little bit short on time today. You can put him in there. We might be able to get to it. But if not, a reminder that every Tuesday and Thursday at 4:15 Eastern time, right after this stream, we go live for Fantasy Football Office Hours, and we have nothing but time to answer every question then. So any question you've got, no matter what, no matter how many, we'll sit there and answer every single one of them.
And I put a link in the chat for our Discord. Feel free to hop in there, and you can ask questions, and we will get to them.
And Scott outside of stream hours, spot on with 40%. Holy
incredible, Scott! Incredible.
And then got to give a shout out to Swamp Nola, 43%. He has been
well
on
done,
fire
Swamp.
Today. Swamp, you are the MVP.
Swamp, when you coming on the show?
I'm throwing it on there. MVP of the chat, Swamp today.
Final poll.
Yes, let's get into the final poll. And hey, Coop,
final
I know
poll,
we didn't mention it to you. By any chance, you have some paper and pen near you? If you don't,
or a phonular device,
a phone. We just got to record what you're. Got to write it down. Somewhere.
Yeah, I do. I just got to put some number 175 California Blue Pearl into my
of course
into my fountain pen.
Load up the ink, and we're going to be good to go. All right, guys. All right, guys. This is the last one. It's a little bit, it could be a little bit tricky. There's some more moving parts here. Who do you think will be the top ranked wide receiver in Dynasty come the end of the season? Side A is Tyreek Hill. Side B, CeeDee Lamb. Side C is Justin Jefferson. And side D is other. All right. What percentage of people chose Tyreek Hill? Side A in this poll. What percentage of people chose Tyreek Hill?
I'm ready.
There are 4 different options. Oh, man. JL is not messing around right now.
Whoever gets this closest wins, right? That's where we're at.
Well, no, Simon, you'd be tied with JL if you got it closest.
Well, then the win would go to the person who won in the final round, right? That's how we.
No, it would go to the most handsome, so you would win.
Okay, thank you, Jay. I was about to say I also give the outro, and I can just say who I want one. So I'll
That's true.
I'll just say I'm the winner. This is a good question. I
Pull
actually really like this.
Just end the stream.
It's a good one, right?
The four-way poll is what kind of throws you, right?
Like, yeah, exactly.
If you got an answer, you gotta think about all the people picking.
Four different options. So
I always get.
You got the answers back there, Coop? You got the answers back there. You got a little answer key.
I have the one that I'm going with here.
All right, guys. Get those answers
I'm ready.
down.
I'm ready.
JL's been ready forever now. He's ready to go.
I just wrote down the first number that popped in my head.
Oh, and just while you guys are waiting, Cole coming in with Swift or Tyson and full point PPR. I'm going Swift there.
Swift.
It's a pretty easy Swift for me personally.
Yep.
So
I got my answer.
Swift over Tyson. And then another question: Gibson, Henderson, or Mitchell full point PPR. And
Gibson.
It's Gibson for me.
Gibson.
Gibson does have an injury, so watch out for that. But if all of these guys have injuries right now, so it's definitely Gibson if they're all playing.
Gibson's getting the volume. It just hasn't translated to fantasy points yet, but be patient. It's coming. He's going to keep getting that volume.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So we're coming to Simon first. He's currently in last place. What do you think the actual percentage of side A is for this poll?
Ultimate. It's 21%.
20.
Simon is saying 21% of people chose Tyreek Hill here. Coop, we're coming to you. What is your percentage?
I'm going big on Tyreek Hill.
Big. Whoa.
66%
Mamma mia.
on Tyreek Hill. 66%.
66%.
And last
Give me some
but
room.
not
You gave me
least,
some room.
let me see what you got there, JL.
Oh,
He's going with
Less room.
Going with
Less
29%.
I like my guess.
Jeez, I could have picked like 30 and I would have been good.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You would have been real good.
JL's got a lot of room to work with here, but so does Coop and Simon. If you think about it like that. Well, let's just get into it, guys. Well, I guess I'll tell you what the chat was thinking first. J-Wall, he came in saying 28%, Albert saying 54%, Scott Fish saying 16%.
No floating point number, Scott.
Anthony saying 36%, Marty saying 32%, Swamp Nola saying 36%, Jay Fused 2 saying 29%, Kathy saying 42%. Beautiful. All right, guys. Well, the actual percentage of people that chose Tyreek Hill in this trade poll was 34%. JL, you are the winner. You are the champion of today's show. Great job, JL. This was a very close game, guys. It was.
I needed this, guys.
Going into the last question, JL needed a win.
I needed this. I've been losing so much lately. I got 0 points on Fantasy Fortune this week. I had to do a naked mile, which wasn't pleasant.
JL,
I needed this.
Do you remember that like 3-week period where it felt like you were winning like every freaking show?
I missed that.
It was a little while ago, but it was kind of getting annoying.
You were on a losing streak. I was on a winning streak.
Yes, absolutely.
We got some people celebrating JL in the chat.
Thank you,
guys.
Bondi.
I see your questions. Unfortunately, we were running a little low on time today. We've already gone a bit over, but JL posted the link to our Discord right there. Any of these questions you need answered right away, you can throw in our Discord right now. We will get to them. Or, like we said, come on back tomorrow for the regular show. We can answer them, and then we will be live at 4:15 Eastern time doing nothing but answering questions. JL, congrats on your win. And Coop, we had one job. We just had to stop JL from winning, and we couldn't do it.
I mean, my one job was to come here and not lose, which thank you, Simon, for helping me with that.
You're welcome.
And
there you go.
And my only other thing was to just spread awareness about the mistreatment of Grimace on this podcast. And
guys, if you are a Grimace lover, or if you're just looking for some awesome fantasy football content and you're not already following Coop, go follow him right now. He's one of the funniest guys on Twitter and a super smart analyst as well. So make sure you're following him at Coop A Fiasco. Coop, thank you so much, my man, for coming on today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for having me on. Throw me back in the rotation. I want to get back out.
You're coming back.
And make sure we can take JL down. All right. Cheers, guys.
Just a quick shout out to Swamp. Again, within 2 percentage points, killing it today, Swamp. And trading does make fantasy fun.
Trading makes fantasy fun. That's it for us today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you tune in for some more games. But until then, we are out, everybody. See you later.
Bye-bye.